How's it going, YouTube? Luke here again with Lifestyle Off-Road, and today we're going to work on some extra lighting. So, first thing is we got to get rid of these purple pink lights. These are aux beams. There's 6 of them, but well, they're not doing so hot. You can actually see the lens is melted. So that's cool. These are about, I don't know, 6 months old. That's the only one that's done it. Those are much brighter. But anyway, gotta ditch those because they're not working. I don't really need the fancy colors either. It was kind of cool for the occasional picture, but we are going to be installing something a little bit different. Our friends over at Lasfit have sent us over their new rock lights, so let's look at those. Okay, so I need to really think through how I want to do this. So here's the light. I didn't realize what this switch was. So it's a 2-way switch, technically 3-way. So the middle is off. You go down for white, up for amber. I mean, I guess that depends on which way you have the switch orientation. Let's see how bright that is. This does seem pretty dang bright. So we have amber. I mean, that does throw pretty good amount of light, and so does that. So it's very bright. I mean, it lights up everything really well, and that's just one light. So if you imagine this up here, you will get a pretty good amount of light up there. Maybe I want to mount these out. I might mount these in a different spot. We'll see. But anyway, I have to really think through how I want to do this, because it does seem like using their switch is going to be easier. So I can run this red wire to where this red wire is, which is connected again to aux switch number 6. And that's still my power. And then the ground, black wire, I will run to this ground up here. I'll just undo that bolt, put this in there. But then I have to figure out what to do with that guy. Technically, what you could do if you had 2 aux switches, you could run the red to your battery, the black to your battery, and then you could run this yellow to one aux switch and this red to the other aux switch, and that would give you the ability to flip it depending on what switch you turned on, what color you get. So that is definitely an option. I only have 2 aux switches left, and one of them is switch number 1, which is like the 15 or 20 or 30 amp. I think it's a 30 amp fuse. So I don't want to use that on some rock lights. I'm thinking I might just tie this switch under my dash. I'm not going to flip between them very much, so we'll see what I come up with there. But not going to be a very difficult install. You're going to have to drill a couple holes somewhere so you can mount this light. And again, I guess I don't know. I mean, where I have it is the easiest access. So if you mount it like right here, to get to the back side of those bolts is under all this, and that's basically not happening. So that's why I have my lights mounted down there currently. I can't even get you a view of the hardware, but obviously I'm still thinking through this. I mean, this is a very bright light, so definitely need to get these on regardless how I wire it. I think for now I'm going to tuck this switch up and away, power it like I said, go into the aux switch and ground, and then I'll flip this on and off, but stay tuned. Okay, so here is the Lasfit kit. As always, they've done stuff packaged really nicely in a really nice box. So their kit has 4 lights, and these are amber or white. So amber will match those, white will match those, and you can flip between the colors. I don't know exactly how yet. I haven't even barely unpackaged this. These light modules, first off, this is way higher quality than what I currently have on the truck. And that's a screwdriver. I started taking them off. The actual lens is smaller, but these I think are going to be much brighter. These are 1,000 lumens. I couldn't actually find a lumen rating on those. So this looks like a really nice sealed product. So got that. So there's 4 of those. They have a mounting pad. So you run your wires through there. And then, well, guess I'm not. Oh, never mind. The light would go this way. Duh. The light goes this way. Mount the wire through so it'll pop out in one of these grooves. And then, yeah, push that against whatever. And then, so 4 rock lights. And then here's the accessory kit. So it looks like some nice hardware. Sorry. Some nice hardware. A big old wiring harness is in here. Okay. That is, I always have to figure out, a lot of these light harnesses have a lot of different, they're all different. Sorry, I'm trying to think through how I want to say this. So see how it has a switch? Well, I'm not going to run that switch. I don't want to put that in the dash, especially because I have the aux switches. And then when you're wiring these lights, you have to take in consideration where you put this big pigtail. And you also have to take in consideration how long these are. Rock lights are they're not very hard to wire, but sometimes if the wire that comes on the light is too short, this can be a big headache. So I'm gonna undo this and see how long this is. So what you have to consider is where you're gonna put these lights. So again, I have one up in there. I'm gonna put this, I would like these to be on all 4 tires. So I would roughly have it there, obviously up on the truck. I just don't have a way to hold it up there right now. Maybe I can just kind of shove the wire up there. Okay. So how long? Looks like we're gonna get about to the firewall. So this might actually be okay. So you have to really think through how you're gonna wire these, because where are you going to put this? It does look, there's O-rings on there, weatherproof connection. You looks like you must be able to order a second set of lights and add in more, so that's nice. There are instructions. So yeah, it talks about, oh, there you go. It shows second set of lights. Talks about wiring the switch. The one thing is, it doesn't say how you switch through the actual wiring or the actual color. And I don't see like a QR code. Oh, there's a QR code. I don't think that talks about the lights. See, it talks about the lumen and the max. So, okay, they said 1,000 lumens, but that's for all 4 lights. And the yellow, I hope it's more of an amber, isn't as bright. Interesting. Okay, so I'm not sure how bright these are going to be. 250 isn't bad. I feel like that's the average LED flashlight, but we'll get them wired up and see. So what we're going to have to do is we will focus mostly... Oh, it looks like I got to run this down there. We'll focus mostly on this wiring. So you got your positive and negative. So positive will go right to the battery terminal. Negative will either go to the battery terminal. I'll probably just do that for this because, again, I don't have a ton of room. Maybe I have more than I thought. I do like to use these as negatives. And then these are the current rock lights. So I will tap into one of the auxiliary switch. Man, this is auxiliary switch 6. I'll tap into this wire. And actually, I'm not thinking through this. I've got to strip this harness down because I don't want this switch. I mean, it is nice that they give you a switch. I just have no use for it. So, I think what I can do, let me try something quick. Okay, I know it doesn't look new because my truck is very dirty. But I got the first light up in the rear driver's side wheel well. So I got the bolts back there. You can just actually heat up something kind of hot, poke through this plastic liner, or you can use a small drill bit. Just be careful. There's not a whole lot up there, but feed your wire through. And I was actually able to just take these 2 little screws out and feed the wire down along here and pop it out down here. So I'll actually just put these up in there quick. So there's where I have my light. You don't even see it from the side. And now I'm gonna go to the other side and install the other rear one, and we're gonna figure out where these reach to so we can figure out where to put the main harness. Okay, so routing these wires and everything was a big pain in the butt, but that's with any rock lights. Something that I missed was these boxes. You have a front light and a behind light. The behind light gives you a much longer cable. So this cable right here is actually going back there. Sorry, got the hiccups. So that ran the whole length of the Bronco all the way into the engine bay. And it's going to be hard to see, but not far enough. That is the cable. I ran it along the frame, and then I tied it in with existing wiring. Very same thing on the other side. The front passenger light, it actually just comes right off of there through here. So now I have passenger lights, and then I started running these over: driver light, driver rear, driver front. So now I gotta connect them to this big guy. I'm going to try and mount this somewhere up there against the firewall, and it has tons of extra cabling. So I get the fun job of tucking all that away, but that's great in case you have a different vehicle. And then I gotta run this switch inside and then connect these. I think for now I'm just gonna connect those straight to the battery and then run the switch inside and just run it off the switch. I I'm really keep going back and forth as to what I want to do. I don't know if I can. I know some switches you can do like a double click where you can like switch it twice and it changes colors. So I don't know if there's some sort of programmer. I need to do some research. I'm not the best with wiring. So I need to see if there isn't something else. Because if I could somehow like double click my aux switch and get it to switch from white to amber, that would be the best. That would be my preferred. I think those are called momentary switches. It might be something else. So anyway, I'm going to run the wires and somehow connect them all in the middle to this big, I don't know, octopus type connector. There's 8 of them. So in networking, we call this an octa cable. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to get that run up there and show you in a minute. All right, so we have that big harness there. All the wires zip tied across that. It is a whole bunch of wires. They're going down here, and they go down to the light. The other light back there. Whew. And then we have chasing everything around. There's a lovely clump of wires right there. And then there's some, you can see the yellow and white wire. There's a black wire under it. You just can't really see it. That is going through for the switch. And then the other wires chase up here. And you've got the black ground, red negative. And then on the inside, for right now, I just have the switch sitting there. So I can flip it. There's our white light. Oh. Or it's blue if you don't take off the reflective paper. So, I have that buttoned up. Let's go ahead and pop this. Let's get the lights off. The other light off. So there you go. Pretty dang bright. You can see my garage floor that needs redone. This light up front is back further, like I said earlier, just for access, so it doesn't shoot the light out as much as this one, but still got the bright white lights all the way around. Check the amber quick. So these are way brighter than the other ones that I've had. And then there you go. Which I like that. That looks really cool. So there you are. If you're looking for some rock lights, I would definitely recommend the Lasfit ones. I mean, this is shooting light, I don't know, 8 feet out plus. It's going up the wall. So very bright. Happy with those. The wiring is plenty long. Like I said, I kind of talked in the video before I realized how long it was. These fit great. So if you're looking for rock lights, definitely look into the Lasfit and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.